Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 90210 show. It is always right, Mark, along with my lovely girlfriend, Carol. How are you doing, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It's February 8th, 1996.
It is February 8th.
How you doing? How does it feel to be wrong?
It kind of sucks.
You just lost a bet. You were somehow wrong twice. First, you were wrong about the date. Then you were wrong about what you said you thought the date was.
Oh, I don't know how. I don't know why, but yes. It's sad. It's a sad, sad day.
It's not as fun when you just hang dog, like, just give into it.
What am I going to do? I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You have it on recording now.
It's taped now.
Yeah. You can just, like, make a loop of it and play it. And, yeah.
I'm going to. That's gonna be what I listen to when I go to sleep now.
Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong.
And I'm gonna fall asleep with a smile on my face every night.
You're an ass.
I listen to that too on loop. And then I just cry.
I'm wrong and you're an ass.
That's how I wake up. So, guess what we did this week? Does anybody want to guess out there? Just like
I'll guess.
Like
me.
Pick
me.
Like last week when you told me Brooke Shields' name through psychic vibrations. That's what Dylan's mom would attribute that to.
Right.
Does anybody want to guess what we did? Oh, somebody said that we watched 90210.
Yeah, we listened to that.
I
like
listened to it too.
Like, if you're just going to listen to something that's not music, like, no, you got to have the visuals.
What about radio?
Yeah, but you listen to radio for the music.
Talk radio.
I don't listen to talk radio.
I listen to sports talk radio.
Well, that's boring.
To you? They talk about sports. They talk about sport ball.
Okay.
It's fun.
Sure. Balls are fun.
It's...
I don't know about sport ball.
It's two of our local dudes are named Jamie and Greg.
Dudes?
Yeah, sports guys. On the sports radio.
What's up, sport dude?
Jamie and Greg in the afternoons. Listen to them. 3G and JB. Anyway, why don't we talk about 90210? Let's stop talking about I love a good local reference, but let's stop talking about our local radio and start talking about 90210, which is what people want to hear about. Oh, but yawn first. First a cough, and then a yawn. When are you going to sniff and then sneeze?
That make it special and unique from me. And you're just, making them bad. Okay, so 90210. Mm-hmm. We started out with Dylan. No, first we start out with Brenda.
We do.
And her stupid, fantasy shit that she has going on where she, wants to kill them. Brenda doesn't have much of a storyline, really. Mm-hmm. The whole episode is just moping about Dylan and Kelly.
I never thought he'd pick Kelly.
Right.
I thought I was the prettiest girl in all of Beverly Hills.
I mean, you are, but still, Brenda.
Really? You think she's prettier than Kelly?
I don't know. They're both very pretty. But,
What about Donna?
No.
What about Gabrielle Carteris?
No.
Andrea. Yeah, she doesn't have a doll. We know that why.
Right.
They're racist against Jews.
Anyway.
That's why Steve doesn't have one either.
We cut right from the... Yeah, that's true. We cut right...
Wow, I never thought about that. The two Jews on the show don't have a doll. What the fuck?
I thought it was just because he's ugly.
Who makes... Who makes Barbies? Mattel Corporation?
Yeah.
They're racist against Jews. Because I don't think Shannon Doherty's Jewish. Oh wait, no, Donna is.
Yeah, that's true.
But her dad's the producer. So
But he's not the producer of Mattel.
Maybe they had to do that.
I don't know. Donna's not ugly, though.
No, Donna. Who said she was? So you think it's an ugly thing?
Yes.
So you're saying that Steve and Andrea are ugly?
Well, okay, Gabrielle Carteras is not ugly per se, but she's definitely not California pretty.
She's not a California 10 or whatever.
Right.
California 10-cent piece. California dime.
And David, I think, was just screwed because he was younger than the rest of them.
David has one, doesn't he?
No.
Steve doesn't have one.
Neither Steve or David have one.
Oh, well, David's good looking.
Yeah, but he was younger when they made the dolls.
Oh, that's right. He was 10.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we cut right from Brenda's sad and pathetic moping
right.
to Dylan and Kelly making out on the couch.
So funny.
And
a juxtaposition, if you will.
Right. And he's like talking about how he needs to pick his mom up at the airport because, I want to understand something here.
Do it.
His mom is coming into town because his dad wants her to sign these papers to give him control of money.
Correct.
She doesn't want to sign the papers. Why come into town? Why come to the place where you can sign the fucking papers?
Well, like Dylan said, and his dad says, maybe somewhere deep inside she does want to sign the papers. Because they bring that up. Why does she come all the way? Maybe she just wanted to see Dylan.
Maybe, but I don't know. The whole thing's very strange.
And Brenda, the scorpion.
Yeah, she's obsessed with Brenda. She does not like Kelly.
Or Scorpio, whatever.
Yeah, Scorpio.
She asks Kelly what her sign is, but Kelly won't tell her.
Well, didn't she raise her eyebrow and ask what her sign was in that way that says, I don't like you, that Dylan warned her about? He's like, you're fine as long as she doesn't raise her eyebrow and ask what your sign is.
Oh, yeah.
That's why she looked like she was getting, hit by a car or something.
What sign do you think she is?
I don't know. She could be a Gemini.
You're into all this shit. I'm not.
Yeah. But, because she's kind of like duplicitous.
Ooh, good word.
And, yeah. That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay. Gemini.
I don't think we'll ever find out, though.
But aren't you a Gemini?
Yes.
But you're not duplicitous.
I can be.
Really?
Yeah. Really. I am multifaceted in my personality.
I would not describe you that way at all.
Cool. Thanks.
Apparently I need to be worried, I guess.
Anyways, you don't have anything to be worried about. Iris shows up early, too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's not a great situation. They're making out on the couch. She shows up. The place is a mess. I mean, Kelly didn't really stand a chance.
No.
But she's...
Who gives a fuck? Because Iris is not going to be in this show.
Right. But, yeah, she's obsessed with Brenda.
She loves Brenda.
Where's
I'm
Brenda?
a Scorpio.
She brought her a gift. I know you are.
Okay. Good.
Well, just like Iris said, Brenda's not a typical Scorpio, neither are you.
Really?
You're nicer than a Scorpio.
I don't know about that. Depends on who you ask.
Yeah. But, I mean, you do have the prickly outside and the warm, gooey inside, so.
Okay. Scorpios are like a fried porcupine.
Exactly.
Sounds good.
So, Jack...
Fried porcupine sounds delicious.
Ew. Jack...
Barbecue sauce. What do you think porcupine tastes like?
Chicken. Everything tastes like chicken.
I think that's a cop-out.
Yeah, probably. I bet it tastes way gamier, like venison or something. Anyway...
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Well, I've been trying for like 20 minutes.
Jack! She's auditioning for Three's Company.
Right? He manipulates Dylan and, tells him to take his mom out to her favorite place and hang out to, butter her up.
A lie or something like that?
Yeah.
Some city. Apparently some new age city in California.
They went and looked at an alternative school. Like, why? I don't get it. He's graduating.
No, not for him to go there. She wants to start one in Hawaii, so she wanted to study what they were doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. But, yeah, she gets all buttered up and agrees to go to dinner. And in the end, she agrees to sign the fucking papers. It's like almost no struggle. Like, I'm really disappointed in her. I mean, there was not enough fight. There was not enough motivation for her to change her mind. I don't get it.
She says that she wants Dylan to be happy, and that's why she's doing it.
It's a cop-out bullshit
This is
answer.
what Dylan wants.
Yeah, well, if Dylan wanted to eat himself into a diabetic coma, would she let him? I mean, that's like...
I didn't know you were... After eat himself, I didn't know you were going anywhere after that. It's like, what the fuck? If Dylan just looked down at his arm and been like, oh, you know what? I'll bet that tastes like chicken. Why go out and get some chicken? I can just cut my arm off.
I'm just saying. I mean, like, or what if he wanted to go drink? Like, oh, it'd make me happy, Mom. Okay. Like, she's his parent. She's supposed to, like, protect him and
If
shit.
you wanted to shoot up heroin with Nat and all his bent spoons.
Well, whatever makes you happy.
Do you remember the episode? We didn't talk about it. The episode after we talked about Nat being on heroin, Brandon did say, he's like, hey, how come the spoon is bent?
Yeah.
He said it.
That's funny.
I don't know if they're trying to set something up or what.
Well, no, I mean, I think it was a joke about how nervous whoever was, because they probably bent it.
Yeah.
It
was when, what's his name? Uri Geller was there. You don't remember Uri Geller? He would bend spoons with his mind. But it was all a scam, because that shit's all a scam.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you can't move shit with your mind.
There was one...
But crystals are real.
Yeah, okay. Kreskin, I think that's the Amazing Kreskin or something like that. He was supposed to be this psychic. I read his book one time, and he said at the beginning of his book, he's talking about when he was a kid, it was raining outside, and he turned to his parents and he was like, the rain will stop. And he goes, eventually it did. My first correct prediction. What? You might as well have said, oh, it's night. The sun will rise tomorrow. I correctly predicted it. What a fucking idiot.
Right?
I laughed my ass off when I read that.
That is pretty funny. Where were we at here, though? I'm all derailed again.
You were rushing through this plot. Like we got something going on.
Because it's pointless.
That is true.
I mean, this episode really irritated me. There's a lot of stuff that...
It's a lot of faffing around.
Yeah.
It's a lot of nothing.
A lot of shit went on, but nothing happened.
Yeah, so what you were talking about was her saying that she was going to sign because it would make Brandon happy. Because Brandon said, hey, Dylan, give me some of that money so I can make more bets.
No, so because it's going to make Dylan happy, fine. Mm-hmm. But
I think it's dumb, though. Like, yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah, it is dumb.
It's almost like both she and Dylan think that his relationship with his dad is contingent upon him being able to get this money.
Yeah, well, I think it is.
But shouldn't that tell you something right there?
Yeah. We already know his dad's a fucking asshole.
She does say to the dad, she's like the only father in America who's in it for the money.
Yeah.
That's a fucking brutal line.
Well, and she says at some point, like, you can't buy me off like you did before.
Yeah, because they offer... Dylan says when she's talking about the school that she wants to open, she's like, oh, it's just a pipe dream. I don't have the money to do that. And Jack says, Dylan's got the money. And she's like, yeah, just say the word and I'll give you some money to start your school. And then that's when she's like, oh, you're in this together.
Yeah.
She gets all pissed.
And I really think Dylan just heartfeltly, like, wants to help her out.
I think he just wants to help everybody out.
And, yeah, she just feels manipulated. But she also just feels deeply guilty because she did give up her parental rights for money, which she later gave back to Dylan.
Yeah.
That whole thing never made sense to me.
It's a really weird situation.
But that's where the trust came from.
Correct.
So fucked up.
Ironically, the trust was because of a lack of trust. And now the trust is being dissolved because of too much trust.
I don't think anybody has trust in this issue.
No?
No.
What about Jim? Is Jim too trusting? I feel like we're setting up the next episode of Soap. This is the kind of shit that they would do on Soap. They'd be like, Connie is trying to get into bed because she's too tired. Is Bert too tired to go to work? It's like they'd always it would be like a theme. They'd run through each one, and it would get more and more laborious how they would fit in this phrase or whatever to what they were doing. And then they'd be like, confused. You won't be after this next episode. So.
Right. Well,
what the fuck?
I don't know.
Are you being constantly abducted by aliens? Where you just keep losing time? You start a sentence knowing where you're going, and then it's...
It does. It just keeps happening. Just like, it's like drugs or something. Like, I'll be talking, and then it's just like blank. Jim...
Yeah.
has a really hard decision to make, though.
It's true.
Because it's not just up to Iris.
Right. He's got a sign, too.
Yeah. So he could still put the kibosh on this whole thing.
He's like, if it were my son, would I do it? And I'm like, you fucking threw Dylan out. Yeah. Dylan looked up to you like you were his dad before, when his dad was in jail, and you fucking turned your back on him. I'm still pissed at Jim about that.
Yeah.
Jim's never paid any price for that.
Well, I mean, he is now.
Not really.
Not for that specific incident, but like all the meddling he did and everything, because he's seeing how hurt Brenda is, how her heart's broken and stuff. So
in many ways, because Brenda would never let this happen.
Yeah.
Kelly's just like, that's why Dylan likes Kelly. Kelly's one of those people that's just like, oh, whatever you want to do, I don't care.
Yeah.
But Brenda would be like, no, Dylan, this is not your future.
Yeah, she's more like her dad.
Mm-hmm.
She would definitely be suspicious.
Yeah.
Wow, you're right. Like, if things hadn't worked out just this way, it's all Jim's fault.
Yes.
Well, we know later Dylan still has money.
Yeah, I don't know what happens, but...
So, either he gives it back to his dad and his dad gets killed or something, or...
Or his dad chickens out, or his dad... And that's why he gets killed. Or his dad uses it to open an ice cream parlor. And it makes a lot of money.
Sure.
Because there's a big heat wave in California. We need more mint chocolate chip.
The only kind of ice cream parlor I could imagine him opening would be like a strip ice cream parlor or something. Like
That's a good idea.
It'd have to be dark.
That's a really good idea.
Would you go to a strip ice cream parlor?
Of course.
I think it'd be more fun.
2 scoops and then ice cream too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they could call the large size the double D's or something. Cherry on top of each scoop of ice cream. This idea makes itself. You got
cherry ice cream. Yeah.
Two scoops of ice cream with a banana in between.
Oh my! Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrea.
And of course, whipped cream on everything.
And I say Andrea, and your mind goes to whipped cream on everything.
No, I was still thinking about the idea.
Well, now I'm picturing Andrea in a whipped cream bikini, and she's a little bit more attractive than she was.
Now she can have a doll.
Right. The whipped cream doll. Hey, kids.
Surprised Andrea.
Practice your bikini making skills. I kind of remember a Barbie like that.
Like what?
It came with
whipped cream.
No, it was soap.
Okay.
But it came with like foam soap, and you could like draw like outfits on it and stuff in the bathtub.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of like that. See, that's what she needs.
Okay. Well, welcome back to the show where we discuss how Mattel can market Barbies.
There we go.
Aimed at 90210.
But she gets...
we talk about dolls entirely too much on this show.
We do.
We should watch Child's Play.
Okay. She gets invited.
Andrea, yeah. Okay, we're doing Andrea. Okay.
We're doing Andrea. Buckle in. She gets invited to a tea.
It's a tea time.
And where did she say? Some ritzy uppity place.
I don't know.
But
Beverly Hills or ritzy uppity place. Beverly Hills.
Like the richest neighborhood in Beverly Hills or whatever.
Bel Air.
Yeah.
Bellage.
So
Orange County, where they have the money.
Exactly. She's following the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of money in that room.
Well, there's this one asshole at this tea. This tea is
if
for...
a bomb went off in that room, who would raid the stock market in fucking 10 years? All these rich assholes would be dead.
Right?
No offense, any rich assholes that are listening. Send us money.
We'll follow the money right to
If
you.
you're a rich asshole that's listening, go to patreon.com/retro late fee and show us what a rich asshole you are.
Okay. Can we talk about Andrea now?
So let's talk about Andrea like you want to. She goes to the Yale tea.
Yeah, she goes to to a tea with all the people who were early accepted to Yale.
Right.
And
Well, hello, future Yaleys, it says.
one of them was a complete dipshit.
Yes, he was. Where do I know you from? Zuckerman. Tahoe, right? You go skiing up there.
And he's like, your family owns that big house on the lake. And she's like, the only house my family owns is in Van Nuys. And he's like, ha 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 ha, sure. And then later, he literally walks by and says, she's from
Tahoe.
She's so droll.
Yeah, I know her from Tahoe.
Yeah.
She's so droll.
Like, what the fuck?
They've all got that severe underbite where they're hello.
I really like.
I'm Constance Whittle the Fourth.
I really thought they were just like can't cartoons come to life or something because I didn't think people like that actually exist.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. That's why I don't want to be in this rich asshole circle.
Right.
Again, though, if you're a rich asshole out there,
Patreon.com/retro. So she does, though, run into one of the kids from that other high school. I can't remember the name. Can you?
Oh, shit. You put me around the spot, too. And he said it, too. It's
Shaw. Yeah.
George Bernard Shaw. They do Pygmalion every semester.
I think he was like Brandon's counterpart, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Black Brandon at Shaw.
Yeah. He got a full ride. Mm-hmm. And she's so jealous because she only got a partial scholarship.
Right. She's like, you're going to Yale? A Blackman?
Basically.
It kind of sounded like that, but...
It's like, she's Jewish. She's a Jewish chick, and she's going to Yale.
He's like, I think they're looking for the next Clarence Thomas, but I won't be sexually assaulting anyone. Showed them.
But she seems like she may have a little crush on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I think it's vice versa.
You think he has a crush on her?
Absolutely.
But they spend a lot of time hanging out.
I think he's like, I'd see you in a whipped cream bikini. I'd play with your doll, if you know what I mean.
There you go.
And Andrea says, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll have to show me. So, yeah, she's excited about that. Brandon.
Yeah, she's excited about playing with dolls.
She's excited about going to Yale.
Yes.
You
I guess.
dirty old man.
Except she's not going to Yale.
Well, she thinks she is, so she's excited.
Yeah. Little does she know she's going to wallow away in fucking California. Actually, she's just going to get pregnant.
Right.
Pop out a kid.
White Brandon is acting like his rich uncle died and running around buying everything with no explanation. Mm-hmm. Like an idiot.
Yeah, he buys a brand new CD player for his car.
A 10 disc changer.
Nice.
I didn't even know such a thing existed. That is amazing.
Well, especially remember, this is like 3 or 4 years ago at this time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know they exist, but not for cars. For 10 discs?
Yeah, that is crazy. And, like I said, in the last 3 or 4 years, CDs have become more ubiquitous than they were before, obviously. But in 92, they were just like the inception of it.
Right? Yeah.
They were in their nadir.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So that had to be like super expensive.
Mm-hmm. $450.
Okay.
They
Take all the mystery out of it.
They said exactly how much it costs.
But he makes like $100 a week. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's like a month.
But how much does he make betting on sports?
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. You know, he forgot to get a front business for his gambling.
He listens to Jamie and Greg, local Detroit sports talk people. I don't know how he gets the signal, but he's got a real long antenna.
Right. But he buys his mom and his sister expensive perfume.
Is that what it was? Like, it looked like maybe it was perfume, but they didn't explain it at all.
Yeah, it was perfume.
Okay.
And I'm just assuming it was expensive.
That'd be funny if he bought himself a $450 CD, 10 CD changer for his car. And he was like, here's some fucking 99-cent skank perfume for you,
Yeah, here's some Malibu from the drugstore, ladies.
He says to his mom, it's all about the subwoofer. You've got to feel the music. Come into the car. Sit down. She sits down, and she's like, I think I'm feeling it too much. She started to get some happy feelings, I think.
She's like, turn it down.
Turn it down or I'm leaving your father.
Ew. So, and he bought himself skis or a skateboard. Some kind of...
Skis.
Okay.
They were skis.
And something else.
Never seen him ski.
No. There was something else, though.
I don't know, a handgun?
Sure. He bought a lot of shit. And everybody's like, where are you getting the money? He's like, oh, I've been working a long time. Yeah, making $100 a week. And you already bought a car. Okay. They're going to start thinking he's selling drugs or something.
Yeah. Well, his dad says you're obsessed with basketball. We need to talk about this.
So you think his dad's figuring it out?
He's obsessed with making money, Jim. No, his dad doesn't fucking... That's clueless. That's what happens when your dad was the dork in high school.
Right.
He has no idea. He has no idea what Brandon's up to.
And I feel like there's another story that we... Oh, David.
Oh, there is another story.
David.
Silver goes gold.
Yeah.
Admittedly, a funny line. Again, they're making Steve into the good guy.
I don't think
by making the other characters absolutely horrific and unredeemable.
Do you think? I mean, do you really think that what David's doing is horrific and unredeemable?
Well, it's stupid. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's true. But he gets a record label interested.
Well, Steve sent him the demo.
Yeah.
Sent this dude the demo a while ago.
And so they want to meet with David. And David brings Steve and Donna.
And Steve's like, I'm your manager again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to dress like a dork.
Steve says, I'm the one, they're my connection. I'm the one that got you the meeting. I want to be back in. Mm-hmm. So David agrees.
David apparently didn't get another manager in the meantime when Steve said, get yourself a real manager.
Yeah. So he brings him with him. And the guy's like, hey, take Donna over and load up on free CDs, Steve.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
And then he says to David, lose the yuts.
He says to David, I like working with young talent.
Yeah.
But lose anybody that could tell you that I'm fucking you over, please.
Yeah, it's not good. No bueno.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this guy's got 90% of any future record that David ever makes.
Right? So David tells Steve... And Steve's like, oh, well, I'm glad we found this out. So, we'll find someone else. Don't worry. And he's like, no, I'm going to tell him yes. And that's what Steve says is like, that he's like the scum of the earth or whatever. I don't think so. I mean, he's looking out for himself. Yeah, but how many opportunities has he had? How many opportunities is he going to have?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's true. But if he really believed in himself, then he would not desperately cling to the first opportunity. I mean, these people want to work with him. That should tell him that he has talent and that somebody else will be interested too.
Yeah. Here's the other thing, though. Didn't he just fire Steve not that long ago?
Yeah, that is true. Steve they're just going through the same storyline again of Steve getting kicked out again, being his manager.
So, I mean, if he loved working with Steve, maybe it'd be more of an issue.
I guess, yeah.
Also, I recognized the receptionist.
Also?
Shut up, y'all. Howdy, doodle dandy. I don't know.
Don't tell our listeners to shut up. Continue to shout at the screen. At your device, whatever you're listening to this on.
Right. Because that's okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm really tired, guys.
They could be in the privacy of their own room.
Or you could be listening on your headphones.
Walkman?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be.
And walking around shouting at us.
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Brooke Shields! Everyone's like, what the fuck? Was he just abducted by Brooke Shields?
Ew. That'd be weird.
Brooke Shield aliens.
Right? I think most people would let her probe them, though.
Ugh.
Wouldn't you?
No.
Really?
She's not my type.
I think she's pretty.
Good for you.
I think that's it for this episode.
Okay. I think that's it for your usefulness on this episode.
Well, I mean, can you think of anything we haven't discussed?
Donna's in this episode.
Yeah, she was there and she got some CDs. I mean, really, she did nothing. Not a damn thing.
But she scored those free CDs.
Right?
Yeah, well, at the end of the episode, Jack is like, look, I lied through my teeth to get this money for my kid. So you hold up your end of the deal, you fuck.
Like, first of all,
they end the last two episodes the exact same way.
Yeah. Like, we already know. We don't need you to keep driving this home. And I wanted them to show Dylan pressed up on the door listening, but they didn't, so...
True. Correct. They did not.
So Dylan still doesn't know, and it's very frustrating.
Probably doesn't know, right? Maybe he does, though.
I don't think so.
I think that someone's going to clue him in, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to find out somehow.
Who? Who do you think's going to clue him in?
I don't know. I said before, I think maybe that girlfriend is going to do something.
Yeah, she wasn't in this episode.
Why establish this girlfriend if it doesn't play any kind of role in the story? Maybe he's like a double agent, the dad or something. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, who would he be double agenting for, and why would he need his money?
Maybe he made a deal with the feds. So, okay, I got a real long shot scenario. I'm not going to stake anything on it, but I just thought of this.
Okay.
Maybe the mob's been talking to him, being like, hey, or somebody, some organized crime thing that he was working with maybe when he defrauded all those people. And they're like, hey, we'll get you out of jail. We need money, but we'll get you out of jail, all right? So get us money. And they kept doing it. He's like, I don't have any money. And then they're like, what about your kids' money or whatever, right? And he's like, damn, they won't leave me alone about this. About the money. And then the feds contact him, or he's in contact with the feds. The feds contact his lawyer or something, and they're like, hey, he says to him, yeah, my old connections, they want my son's money. And they're like, oh, tell him you give it to him. Let's use this. Say you'll give it to him. Go through the whole process like you're actually going to take your son's money and give it to him. Act like that's what you're going to do. We're going to set up your old acquaintances that, put you up to stealing the money from all these people and everything. We're going to entrap them. You'll be wired. You'll pretend like you're handing the money over. Then we got him.
That sounds terrible.
And that's what it's going to be. So in the end, it's going to be like he was good the whole time. He wasn't even trying to fuck Dylan over, even though that's what it sounds like.
That pause was wrong.
The whole time. What?
He wasn't even trying to fuck Dylan over. Sorry.
That's what I think. And then he gets killed for it.
I mean, cool.
Dies a hero.
That sounds like a really good story, and maybe you should, write it. But I don't think that's what's happening here.
Well, what do you think's happening? What's your big
I think his dad's an ass, and I think that his dad is going to get killed because he's an ass.
Well, that's a lot of drama, right? That's a real complicated storyline. That's a soap opera plot, isn't it? Oh, this guy's just exactly what he seems to be.
I'm not a soap operator. Thank you very much.
That's right. I am.
Are you?
I wrote As the World Turns.
Wow.
The entire thing from start to finish.
Why did we eat dinner at McDonald's last night if you got all this soap opera money?
Oh, my God. Don't tell these people where we eat. So we got to impress the rich assholes in the audience.
Patreon.com.
Yeah. Then we won't have to eat at McDonald's. Then we can go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Now, what's something that poor trash would think is high class?
Oh, I know.
Ponderosa.
Yeah, or Olive Garden.
We go for a fancy dinner at the Olive Garden.
I love the Olive Garden. It's where I go for my birthday every year.
Wait, so you're saying your poor white trash?
Yeah.
My God.
It's my favorite restaurant.
But you just... I guess it's a lot of self-awareness.
Hey, it's still delicious.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, tell the rich assholes what they can do.
Go to our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Mm-hmm.
Write us at latefee1994 at AOL.com. And be sure to tell your friends to listen to the show and stuff like that.
And if you're not a rich asshole, you can still go to patreon.com. And you can still do all the rest of that stuff. If you're one of the real people that listen to our show. People like us down in the dirt, digging ditches and I don't know, whatever else we're doing.
Yeah, you still can get bonus content for what was it, $3 a month?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Take a look. It's more than $3.
It's cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah, it's not a lot. What are you going to do? Buy more Pogs?
Or Big Macs at McDonald's?
Get Hypercolor?
By the way, McDonald's is sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Olive Garden would sponsor this episode now, though.
Probably not.
But I love you, Olive Garden.
All right. Well, we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.